Hello, YouTube. I hope you're doing great. Today I have an amazing call with a guy from India who has questions about opening an LLC, opening a corp. Should you use Stripe Atlas? Can he use Stripe Atlas? Can he work with his family? A lot of the questions in a very succinct call that's progresses pretty naturally. So I think it's an easy to watch call, very clear and everything. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get to it.
Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up.
Pretty good. Doing pretty good. Thanks for
Thank you so
being
much.
patient with
Thank you.
the call.
That's all right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for
Abhishek.
taking up the time. That's
No,
right.
it's fine. Your name's Abhishek, right?
That is correct.
Where are you calling from today?
I'm calling from India, New Delhi to be
Nice.
precise.
Is Abhishek an Indian name?
Yes, it is.
I've never seen that name before. It's very,
It's
it's a
it's
little
it's,
bit
like,
different.
it's amongst the top five most common names in India.
Well, look at me. I guess I haven't talked to enough Indians.
Yeah, yeah. I guess that is what it is.
Okay, well, look, we're on the phone. I think you had some questions. We're doing this as like a YouTube call, right? I think that was how it was set up.
That
Perfect.
is correct.
So, why don't you give me a little background on your situation, then you can ask me your questions.
Okay, all right. So, James, the thing is, I haven't incorporated a company yet. I'm in the process of it. I was actually thinking I'm based out of India, but I do visit the United States once every year because I've got family over there. So the
Okay.
thing with that is, I was thinking, I don't know if you've heard of Stripe Atlas. I'm sure you would have. So I was thinking of going with Stripe Atlas to form the company, but I wanted an LLC. But for non-US residents, Stripe is currently not giving LLCs right now. They only deal in C corp, which after doing my research, what I've come to know is it's got a lot of complications in the C corp because I'll be the only member of the organization. So this is going to be like a sole proprietorship LLC.
Yeah, the C corp pays taxes, the LLC doesn't. That's the LLC is passed through, and for a non-resident like yourself doing e-commerce, probably, or you're doing the e-commerce is what you're doing?
So it's actually a travel based. We're actually doing travel bookings, which is airline bookings.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
So
You're
yeah,
okay.
yeah. So we are doing that, but for that at this point of time, again, I got to know recently that Stripe does not give their gateway as well to people dealing with travel services and all of that. But that's fine. I'll
You
figure
can't,
something out about it.
so with things like that, you can still use Stripe, but you can't just go in and say, it's like banking and cryptocurrency. You can't just go to the bank and say, hey, I'm doing cryptocurrency stuff. Can I bank with you? They'll say no. You have to say I'm doing consulting. Just call it consulting, and they'll never ask again. And
Yeah, that is probably what I'm gonna do. So James, before like my first question, if it would be, so when I was going through Stripe, they mentioned that for an LLC owned by a non-US citizen, there are a lot
mhm.
of complications when it comes to taxation and all. Is that true?
I mean, well, not complications per se. I mean, complications, there's a lot of options is what you have, and there's a lot of variables. I don't know if I would say the
Mm-hmm.
word complications. There's a lot of different ways to handle it and record it and track it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. So the LLC, what I'm going to be forming, I actually have, like I mentioned, I have family in America who are US citizens. So is it by any means beneficial to add one of my family members as a partner in the LLC when the business is basically it's not there's no effectively connected income?
If you have a U.S. citizen partner, that all of it's connected income.
Okay, all of it becomes
Yeah,
effectively connected income.
if you have a partner who's a U.S. citizen, you're doing business in the United States, certainly. So
Okay,
you have to pay
okay.
tax on everything.
Okay, all right. So I guess, and if I wish to add a partner later on, say once I incorporate the company, is that possible, or once
Yeah,
I've
you can always
registered
add
as?
partners. Sure.
Okay, that can be done, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
If you want,
And
if
also,
you're dead set on working with a family member, maybe you should open a corporation, and just pay out all your profits as management fees, consulting fees to yourself at the end of every year, so you don't pay any taxes.
And can I show the services being outsourced to India, and I'm paying a fees, a salary to Indian employees because the business is going to be based out of India.
Yeah, of course. You can pay whatever the operating costs are for that, and then if you want to pay yourself, you can open a separate LLC or offshore company or something for yourself, and pay yourself
Okay.
from your U.S. corp. So that's how you'll
Okay.
take the profits out of a corp, which is going to be a U.S. business, and then put it into an LLC, because the corp is easier for a lot of things because everyone knows it's a U.S. company.
Okay. All right. So like in order to get a merchant account and all of that, it's going to be much beneficial for a corporation than LLC. Is
I
that
think so. All of this is a little bit more complicated. You have more annual filing requirements. You have more you have to keep up with. But if you're really organized and you're really into this and you're
Hmm.
going to be making decent money, then it could make sense for you. It's just
Yeah,
got to
that
be.
is what that is one thing I was concerned about was the extra filing and the taxation formalities, which
Yeah, I
I have to
mean,
go
but
through.
that's where you have to balance it off. Like if you're gonna make if you're making a lot of money and it's something you can just outsource, and it's not that
Hmm.
much more of a cost, then you have that much more flexibility. Then you have two companies. You can always have an extra option. You always have a backup plan, extra accounts, extra um, things. And the LLC doesn't pay taxes, and the corp is a U.S. business. So you have both. You have everything. So you can do whatever you want in
Okay.
the future. You just have to put out everything in the right company.
Okay. All right. So, but if I do that, the taxation, I will be taxed in the United States, right?
On your profits. But what I'm saying is, if you have a corp, you can pay out commissions to yourself, so you basically break even, so you pay no taxes.
Okay. So in a way, basically, we show that there are no profits since the profits are going into the salary or other overhead expenses.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. And
I mean,
if I'm
otherwise,
a customer,
yeah, otherwise you can make it work. There's a lot of ways. It's flexible. You just have to document everything the right way and report everything the right way.
hmm. Okay. So, as per you, a C corp, if I have family in the United States, a C corp would be a better way to go about this.
If you want to partner with them, just because, and when you're talking about compliance,
Hmm.
you could do an LLC, but I think if you're going to do multiple companies anyways, you might as well do a C corp. When you have a multi-member LLC that's making profits,
Hmm.
it's different than just paying taxes. The company has to withhold taxes at the highest rate for your portion of the profits, and then those you have to file your taxes for at the end of the year and request a refund. So it's probably like I said, if you're gonna partner with a U.S. person, it's probably better to use a corp. But
Okay.
you can make any structure work if you operate it the right way.
Okay. All right. So if I'm going by myself, then LLC is the way to go about it. And if I'm partnering with a US citizen, then C corp would be better
The
option.
LLC is definitely the easiest way to move forward. And
Okay.
even
All
now,
right.
so for example, the big thing is like right now, the big issue that I still haven't cracked is PayPal,
Mm-hmm.
because PayPal's been
Right.
super annoying. And even if you have a U.S. corp, if the
Mm-hmm.
responsible party isn't a U.S. citizen,
Mm-hmm.
then it's tough to have a PayPal account. If you do a corp and partner with one of your family members, and you could have a PayPal account. But again, for what you're doing, I don't know if you even need a PayPal account.
Right. 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 No, I will keep it as an option as a payment gateway because it is widely accepted in the United States. PayPal,
Except
everyone's
that,
pretty
yeah,
much aware.
people use PayPal for sure.
Yeah, yeah. So I can always keep that as an option because even they, when you go for a business account, they are usually asking for a social security number.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, talking about social security, is obtaining an ITIN a requirement or for an LLC?
Not a requirement. No.
Okay, but it can be obtained for a non-US citizen.
Of
ITIN, if
course.
I okay, all right. And do you provide those kind of services if
Yeah,
I
we
want to
can get
incorporate?
iTunes. Yeah, we can certainly get iTunes.
Okay, all right. So if
We
I
can
could
do
just get a
everything.
quote on that email, I would really appreciate that.
Okay.
All right, that is one thing. Okay, and since I'll be providing services in the United States, it still will not be considered as effectively connected income. Am I right?
If you're not providing services in the United States, you're providing services online. I'm from India.
That's right. That's right. Okay. All right. And is there a tax since for an LLC there won't be any tax if there's no effectively connected income. That's right.
In the U.S., correct. If you have an LLC and you have no effectively connected income, you pay
Hmm.
no taxes.
Okay. All right. And what will be the best way? I currently have an American bank account as well with Bank of America because this is when I came a while back. I did manage to open a bank account. So what is the best way? Is it to the profits out of the business if I want to keep it in the United States? If I transfer it to my account, is that going to be taxable or?
No, it shouldn't be. I don't think so. If you're not performing services in the country, then you probably don't have to pay taxes on it.
Okay, so even if I withdraw that money in the United States, it still won't be taxable.
No, it still won't be taxable, and then you don't have to report any. You don't have to anything to report.
Okay, all right. And talking about reporting, I was going through a couple of your videos, and it mentioned about Form 5472 and 1065. Can you let me know a little bit about that as well?
If
Since
you
I
have a
believe,
partner, you do 1065, and if you are by yourself, you do 10 or 5472.
okay, and that is a mandatory form. If you don't do it, then there are penalties for that. Am I right?
Um, almost always you have to do it. Yeah.
Okay, all
I
right.
mean, if you don't, I don't know how the IRS finds out, but you're supposed to do it.
Okay, because I've heard there's huge penalty on that if you
On the
don't.
5472, yeah, it's a $25,000 penalty for doing it late or incorrectly.
Oh wow. Okay, that's quite some amount.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
Keeping me in
Um.
business.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, will I need to hire an attorney or like a tax consultant, or should just the bookkeeping be okay? Like if I keep maintain my books and tax.
Once you start making money, it's probably good to work with some, some knowledgeable professionals. You don't know if you need an attorney, but you need someone to. I mean, this is what you're doing now. You're getting some free advice on your taxes, but it'd probably be
That's
good to
right.
have checkup calls every year, make sure and like have someone professionally file your tax forms and things like that.
Okay.
So yeah, make some money and then have good advisors. It's really important to have good advisors.
Okay. All right. And especially in the case of a C corp, if I open a C corp, because
Yeah, I
all the
mean,
tax
in the
information needs
C
to be.
corp, the LLC, there's penalties in both. There's reporting things you have to do for both.
Mhm.
And the whole point of having advisors and the whole point of hiring someone like me is that so you can just focus on what you do, your business, and then outsource the stuff that you would be spending a lot of time on. Because I imagine that
Mhm.
you've spent 40 hours looking into Stripe Atlas and LLCs and watching videos and figuring this out, right? I'm sure
That's right.
sounds like you spent a
Yeah.
lot of time on this, at least like a couple
Yeah.
of weeks or something.
It's been a couple of weeks actually, and it's been a good 10 to 12 hour every day looking up
Yeah,
for everything.
exactly. So what I'm saying is, um, what I recommend for a lot of things is if just know what you don't know, and then focus on what's going to make you money, and then outsource all the other stuff. So if
Okay.
if you're just getting started, it makes a lot of sense. If you have more time and less money, then obviously it's something that you can research, and that's why I put information out there. But for most
Right.
people to scale and to get to the next level is
Mhm.
focus it, just double down on what makes you money, and then get all the other stuff, pay other people to do the other stuff.
Right, because yeah, I didn't want to go about this backwards, like forming a company and then take getting all the information. So I just wanted to be like upfront and probably just take the information first and then go about it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And also, do you also assist in getting merchant accounts? Is that something that you guys
In
offer
our
or?
main package, we open the company, get the ITIN, get the EIN number. You can use our address. We open bank accounts, merchant accounts with you, and
Mhm.
set you up. So you're just good to go. We can link it to any other store, any other thing you're doing.
Okay. And do you guys act as a registered agent as
Yeah,
well?
sure. That's all. Yeah, that's everything. Literally, it's everything included. We talk and we go over the plan and like kind of what we're doing now, but a little bit more detail. We'll make a decision. and
Right.
literally set everything up for you. So you have the company, you have the merchant accounts, you have the bank accounts. You get, when you come to the U.S., you can open more accounts if you want.
Right.
But from there, you know, you have what you all the stuff you need.
Okay, so for now, it's going to be the banking account. It's going to be more likely an online bank account, right? Like
Yeah, sure.
Mercury
It's
or
gonna be an
Silicon.
online bank, but I found that I'll use Relay Financial, and it's really awesome because you can open multiple accounts and up to 50 virtual or physical debit cards, and you can
Right.
link them to different accounts. It's great for people running ads and things like that.
Okay. Yeah, because I did listen. I did hear a few videos of in which you said you have a couple of accounts with Mercury yourself.
Mercury is
So when
cool.
you
It doesn't work for everyone, and like I said, Relay I think is more flexible, and I like it more.
you
But
said relay.
some Relay Financial, but
Okay.
Mercury is better. Mercury does other things better. They're both good. You can open both. We open both if you want.
Okay. And okay, so these would be probably online bank accounts, right? And
For
physical
now, of
ones.
course, yeah, they're both online banks.
Okay, so physical ones, I need to be there to open an account, right? Or I can give an authority to one of my family members. Can they do that on my behalf?
If you have a corp, they surely can. For an LLC, I don't like to do that because it's like you have a dependent agent. Like you have an agent that can do stuff for you and enter into agreements and contracts. The contract would be opening a bank account, and also if they do that, it's going to be in their name. It's not going to be in your name because the bank, so even if they go, the account, they're going to be the person on the account. It wouldn't be you on the account. It would be their account.
Okay. Okay. All right. So it won't
And
be the
there's
company's
no,
name. It'll be the,
yeah,
yeah.
there's no real need. I mean, the physical banks are great and everything, but the digital banks work fine. They hold your money. They're FDIC insured.
Right. 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 And also, if say if after starting the business, if the business isn't doing too well, and I wish to dissolve the company, so is there like what are the formalities for that? Is there like
You just stop paying
uh,
for it, and they'll dissolve it.
oh, that's about it?
Yeah,
And there won't be any fees associated with that for not
I
paying
mean, you're
taxes?
done. You're in India. You're done with the company. You just close it, and like I mean, you can pay to close it if you want, if you do it in time. But most people just close their bank account and just let the company dissolve. It's cheaper and it doesn't really make a difference.
Oh, okay. All right. So it pretty much goes by itself. Okay. All right. So James, if you can just send me the package, what you were talking about, in which the company formation and all of that was there on my email ID.
Yeah, I'll send you an email right now.
Yeah, I'd really
That's
appreciate
why I
that.
just noted down with my pen right here to send you that.
Yeah. Right. 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 And the LLC, the state also plays an important role. So I think Wyoming would be the best state to open it in since it's an online service what I'm providing.
Doesn't matter. Florida, Wyoming, we open our companies in
Mhm.
Delaware usually. It makes
But
it easier for renewal.
isn't the federal tax rate over there like the I think they charge about $300 every year, right?
For the renewing the company?
No, I think franchise tax or something.
Yeah, I mean the cost to renew the company, I don't know, it's $300 in Delaware, it was like $250 in Wyoming.
Oh, okay, so it
It
doesn't
might be
really
a little
matter.
cheaper. It might be like $200, 250 or something in Florida. It's like it might be a little more in Delaware, but for our clients, it's included in our fees, the cost of this. And we
Okay,
like Delaware enough to actually pay a little bit extra so our clients can have Delaware companies.
okay, all right, that makes sense.
But Wyoming's fine too. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it actually does not really matter to me as long because we're doing like an online service, so
Yeah,
it
remember if you have
doesn't.
an LLC, it doesn't pay taxes anyway. So, um,
Right.
the main states that everyone talks about are all fine. Nevada, New Mexico, whatever you want. They're all the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. All right, and like you said in the package, you mentioned that pretty much gives me everything, right? That is incorporation of a company, which is
See?
LLC or a C corp,
Yeah.
the EIN, ITIN, and bank accounts along with merchant accounts as well, right?
Legal
And payment gateway.
documents, merchant accounts, and the most valuable piece of all that I tell everybody is access to ask me questions.
Right, right, right. Yeah, I believe that's on the top of the list over there.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, if you want to do that, that's cool. You've done a lot of research. I just want all my clients to be successful, and I try and facilitate that. So I want you to be happy with. So if you work with us and you need something, we try and get it for you. We try and figure it out.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, and just want to ask, where exactly are you based out of?
In
Where's your
Miami,
office?
in sunny
Oh,
Miami.
okay. All right. All right. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect.
Okay, Abhishek, thank you for your time and your questions and the call, and I will send you an email. We'll be in touch.
Thank you so much, James, for taking out the time. I really appreciate your help.
Likewise, thanks, buddy. Have a good one. I'll see you
Yeah.
later. Best of luck.
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Bye bye. Take care.
Hello, everyone. How do you like the call? I thought it was good, right? We went over all the topics I said we were in the beginning of the video, and you know, it was a really good, productive call. And I think Abhishek is a really good understanding of what he's going to do going forward, whether he works with me or not. So if you have any questions about what we talked about, if I said something wrong or whatever, and you want to correct me, comment below. Please do me a favor and like the video. I didn't mention in the beginning, but like the video, it helps. And also subscribe if you're not already subscribed, so that you can get access to the next video that I put out. I guess do the notification bell too, right? So thanks again for watching, and I will see you on the next video.